Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to 9th and 10th channel of BYJU'S. I'm your teacher Ankita.
I'm your teacher Aishwarya, and we're here today to help you revise two very important chapters, which is power sharing and development. Now, of course, today is going to be a full chapter revision with an objective question quiz for all of them.
Yes.
So I hope all of you here are excited for today's class. And very quickly, students, let us know if our audio, our video and our screen and whatever we are writing on the screen is visible to all of you.
Good evening everyone. Yes ma'am, yes everyone, do let us know that we are audible and visible. Yes, now we can see that. Yes, thumbs up everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes, good evening all of you. Good evening ma'am. They're already saying that it is team power sharing.
Yes, team power. Oh. In power sharing, as in I thought case. It should be both power sharing and development because both these chapters are important from the exam point of view and the board examination. So let's keeping our finger crossed.
Yes, but we also know that when it comes to political science and when it comes to economics, right, you always have, as much as it is important for your board examination, motivation to study and revise is very less, right? Because ma'am, very boring chapter. Ma'am, last minute pay, we will do something. So with social studies in general, this tends to happen, right? Which is why off late Ankita ma'am and I are on our quest to make sure that we make social studies extra interesting for them.
Yes, because see these two subjects as in, right, they have very less chapters and these two are really very scoring. So if we study from now itself, right, we'll be able to secure 20 marks in both of these subjects, 40 marks in our pocket, everyone, easy.
Yeah. So now of course today, as you can all see, we are going to be doing a challenge versus. Now of course many of you here would have, if you've been very regular to our channel, then you know that this particular, when we say a chapter versus another chapter, you expect a mentee quiz. But today we're going to have a slight twist to this, right? So first and foremost, we are going to be doing a proper objective question quiz, and you will have a total of 20 questions, which means you're going to have 10 questions from power sharing, 10 questions from development. Now, if there are students who are going to be watching this video much later after the live stream, you can directly get to the part where we do the questions, and of course you can pause the video correctly at that point to try and give the answer yourself and then go ahead to see if you were correct or no. But other students who are here on the live, right? So first and foremost, we are going to be doing a challenge series, but it is going to be on YouTube polls. And if majority of you get the answer right, then each subject gets 10 points, right ma'am?
Yes. So for each subject for every question we have a 10 points, and majority, if you are picking up the correct answer, the 10 points will go to the team pol science or to the team development.
Yes. So can we switch to our challenge framework for today, just to give you an idea of what you can expect? Yes, we shall now slowly switch, and of course this is what we have, right?
Yes.
So Ansh, please don't ask bio doubts in social science class, ask bio doubts in bio class, okay? All right, so in the meanwhile, as we get ready, this is how it's going to be. And ma'am, we have our points here also.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure all of you will enjoy this, and we have the points everyone, so yeah, it will be keeping a little bit motivated. I'm sure we always sometimes we always want to see the marks and percentage.
Yeah.
Here, in this way, we will be able to focus on the content, right? And we'll be able to focus here only. So everyone, I would request all of you to please stay with us till the end, and would request all of you to focus more on the question and then on the chat, not on the chat. We don't have mentees, so please don't spam.
Yeah, and if there are spammers who come in much later, you can tell them that there is no mentee.
Yeah.
Now students, very few important things is that these are not the many random questions that Ankita ma'am and I have picked. These are very important BYQs that have come earlier from these chapters, and these are very scoring chapters. So questions, we will give it to you of course on the Telegram channel right after this, and you can just take a printout. You don't need to write it down, but if any important pointers that you missed throughout today's class, you can make sure that you take a quick screenshot, right? So make sure that you share this video with all of your friends. Tell them to join this particular class. It's going to be good revision, right?
Very good revision, everyone. This is just the beginning, right? See, we will be coming up with history and geography also. Like they're the bhai and behan types. They'll be going together. History and geography in pol science and economics, right?
Yeah. They are the cousins who are always having fun.
Yes. So like amongst these 4 different siblings we have the combination also. But everyone, if you're new here, do take a moment and subscribe, and we have the very interesting timetable, everyone, that we follow. And please make sure to take a screenshot over here, right? We have the classes. So do take a screenshot and follow this. We follow this on the channel. So please join the class. 10th class students, just a very quick announcement. There's an addition over here. That's what I'm just telling you right now. 5 p.m. tomorrow we have the NCERT reading of The Rise of the Nationalism Part 2. Just quickly promoting the session over here so that you don't forget. We have the community post also, but theek hai. Yaad rakhna, class mein aana.
Yes. So everybody, without wasting any more time, are we ready? How is the Josh for today's class, right?
I'm very excited, ma'am.
Yes. So we need to make sure that everybody is sending ma'am a lot of emojis as well, right?
Yes, hearts, everyone. And those of you are saying that both of us look very cute and pretty today. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, hearts.
Yes. Okay. All right, Ansh. There was some scheduling issues. You will have class tomorrow, so don't worry. Okay. Josh's eye, ma'am, we can get started.
All the best, everyone. Please make sure, see again, though it looks like a competition, and as a teacher we will always tell you that, right, we want you to win in both these subjects, right? It's just to have that a little bit competition, because both the subjects are important.
Yes.
Giving you an option, you might pick just one subject, but that's not a case. In reality, you have to write both the subjects in your examination.
Yes. So we're going to have the YouTube polls ready. So Shiva, can we have the polls ready as well on the side?
Okay. The best.
So ma'am, I think the first question is that of power sharing.
Power sharing, everyone. So let's see the first question. The question is, which one of the following element is not included? Important thing, everyone, right? Not included in the Belgium. So we're talking about the not, right? So over here, if you talk about the word not, right over here, and we have the following: Dutch and the French speaking minister shall be equal in the government. Many powers of the central government has been given to the state government. Brussels has a separate government wherein both the communities have the equal representation. Option D, there's a community government which has the special power of administration. Which of these options is not included? Not included is a highlight word over here, everyone. Please make sure to read this. Those of you just addressing this, see, we come to the class with the happy faces and with full energy. Please don't show us some of the extra sad emojis. We are reading your chat, right? And there are so many students, if we don't read it, we are really very sorry. We don't come to the class with the intention, oh, we will not read your chat. It's not our intention. We want to read your chat and we will read. Yes. But let's maintain the high energy and the happiness in the class. Okay, seems like, ma'am, what do you think?
Ma'am, the votes are in. Many of them are voting for
I think option number D or C, I don't know.
There's a competition between B and D. 61% is going for option D, and we have about 20% for option B.
Okay, I think we'll just wait for a few more minutes, because we have 249 of you in the class. Such a huge number, right, ma'am, everyone? Please make sure to stay with us till the end. We have all these important questions. We have 10 questions from each of these.
Right.
So, and please make sure to hit the like button.
Right.
Okay, we can end the polls now, because it's 2:48. Now all of you have 2:49. All of you have voted. See, it feels so good when all of you vote. We have more votes. Interesting, everyone. So the poll is ended, everyone, and seems like
D has got the maximum votes, ma'am.
Yeah, and D is the correct answer. So just quickly revise. Let's quickly revise, everyone. So we have studied in the Belgium, right? It was a very interesting case where we have discussed that how they helped in spreading up the power, not just with one community, but they actually spread it to different communities, right? And that's how they have a perfect balance, right? So option number D is the correct answer, and a smiley for all of us. Very good, everyone.
So ma'am, so Shiva sir, that's 10 points for civics.
Yes, 10 points for civics.
Very good, guys, very good, right? So if your screen is blurred, I request all of you to just increase the comments. I would ask you to go to the settings and increase the resolution, right? So now, of course, very good. Most of you have got the answer. Many of you are asking if you are late, but no, we are just getting started. We'll try to wind this up in the next 1 hour maximum, because 20 questions are there. Moving on to the next question, right? So this is a question from economics, and we'll have the polls very soon. If industrialists want more dams, then why do local people resist it? So what is the reason behind why there is a conflict of goals? A, that they will be displaced, B, their land will be submerged, C, there will be no source of income for them, or D, is it all of the above? Now think about it. You have industrialists and then you have local people, and we learned about how at times goals could be similar, goals could be conflicting. Now at this point, identify if goals are similar or no, or if they are conflicting, and if they are conflicting, then what are the reasons, right? Okay. So everybody quickly. Ansh, yes, but in your higher grades, you don't need to worry about it now. Alright everybody, I can see that around 85 of you, right? I can see that a lot of you here have voted for the answer. Almost
Yes.
85% is giving the answer. Of course, very good all of you. Very, very good. I think we can wind up the polls. Yes.
Seems like 10 points going to the development team or the economics team.
Yes. They want us to add percentages as points rather than just giving 10 points. Next time when we do history versus geography, we'll keep that in mind maybe.
We'll add the percentage.
Very good all of you. Yes. No, we just need to add 10 points right now.
It'll be easy for us to
to calculate.
To keep a track of it, yes.
Right. So of course at this point we know that the correct answer, like most of you have said, is all of the above, right? So as you all know, we know that local people resisted because they will be displaced. That means that they will have to move from their place and then they need to find a new home, right? And of course we see that their lands will be submerged because I told you, large amount of land is cleared to make reservoirs. Now some of you are like, ma'am, how is it that they will have no source of income? Now they will be given a compensation money saying that, okay, because you are asked to move, I will give you some amount of compensation. But for a very long time, normally they are tribal folks who are dependent on the surroundings, right? They are normally living in such areas. So for them to get income would be very tough, which is why in this case, as you all see, the correct answer here is all of the above, right? So 10 points for economics as well. And very quickly, ma'am, over to you for the next question.
Yes. Here we go, everyone. Question number 2, question number 3 actually, and question number 2 from the economics. From the pol science. Which of the following ethnic communities is in majority in Sri Lanka? So it's a straightforward question, I would say. So we have 4 options: Sri Lankan Tamils, we have Indian Tamils, Muslim, and we have Sinhalese, right? So we have the 4 options, everyone. I hope that you will be able to see the polls. Quickly vote, everyone. Right, so of course we have discussed in the power sharing chapter, we have discussed about the 2 countries in the beginning. We have 2 case studies. We have 1 case study of the Belgium and 1 of the Sri Lanka. I hope that all of you have read that part. Is super important from the exam point of view also. So please pad lena.
Yes. And everybody, quick reminder to students who are watching this video much after the live stream, you can skip the part where we reveal the answer. So
Yes.
pause the video right now to solve this question by yourself, right? Yes. Anish, yes, we'll be doing subjective questions also very soon,
Definitely,
right, ma'am?
definitely. Because we are working on them. We just have it with us and we will come up. We will just check. We thought that you don't need.
Yeah.
We can ask you actually. Once you're done answering, everyone, do let us know that do you want the NCERT solution of the history, geography, like across the subjects.
Let us know in the comments.
You can do let us know in the comment section about the NCERT solutions also. I think we can end the polls now. Seems like 88% of you have voted for the correct answer. Congratulations everyone. So we have the addition of 10 points here. Majority of you are correct, and the correct answer is option number D. So in Sri Lanka, right, the majority of the population that we have are, we call them as a Sinhals, right? They are the one who follow the religion which is Buddhism, right? And we have Sri Lankan Tamils, Indian Tamils, and Muslim are the other communities which are there in the country. Okay, very good everyone. So with this, we are done with this easy question. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, like they say, 3 out of 3 in this case. Moving on to the next question, question number 4, everybody, right? So we'll pick up the pace a little bit more so that, we go a little more faster. Now, of course, which among the following measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above category, right? We're talking about if there are people above 7 years or more, yes? What is the proportion of the literate population? What do we call that term, right? Is it net attendance ratio, enrollment rate, literacy rate, or dropout ratio?
I know the answer, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you can also vote.
I voted.
We'll vote for each other's this one. Easy peasy. I'm so happy to hear you say this is easy peasy. I was very worried because, see, normally these terms, ma'am, and I think when it comes to all these terminologies,
Yes.
right, there are fine points of difference which we tend to get a little bit confused with. But now at this point, I can see 83% of you, 230 votes already in. All right, very good. I think we can wind up the polls, Shiva, because I can see almost 83% of you have got the answer, and the correct answer here is literacy rate. So when we're just talking about literate population, now students, take a minute. When I say literate population, how many of them are able to read and write? Yes, so how many of them are able to read and write? If I'm measuring that, that's what we call as literacy rate. Easy peasy, and we know that this is a very important parameter to check for when we are checking for the development of a state or a country, right? All right, so dropout ratios, how many of them are dropping out of school, right? How many of them maybe dropped out of school this year? That's what we call as dropout ratio. All right, ma'am, over to you. Question number 5,
Yeah.
right? We have to do a little bit of transfer of this one, so please don't mind.
And just to tell, we both are in the same studio.
Yes.
Ta-da! We can have a clap, right? Ta-da! Okay. Question number 5, everyone, on your screen. We want, right? Easy peasy question. You can solve all of these questions because you have studied. That's what we believe, and we really wish that you get all the questions correct. Like target is equal to the number of the students in the class, and more than that. Let's have a target of, see, we have 250. Let's keep a target of 250. In which year did Sri Lanka achieve its independence? Now, this is a very specific question. It's a very exact year that I want you to answer, right? In which year did Sri Lanka achieve its independence? Is it 1948, 1945, 1949, or 1947? I'll quickly vote for the correct answer if I know. Yes.
Junior world, yes, we will send you the notes. We are not ignoring you, bacha. We will send you the notes, right? Reference books that are there, we will be talking about it towards the end of the class. So I request you to now focus on the class and the questions. These are all important objective-based questions, yes? And students, very quickly, ma'am, 200 plus live watching, very few likes on the video. So we should set a like target for our students.
250 everyone, that's what we said, right? 250 like we need because we have 272 students in the class, right? It's just your way of showing that you love such session, and that will be motivating us to keep coming with such interesting sessions.
Yes.
With this, we are done. Seems like, yeah, we have a good amount. Yeah. So we can end the poll, and the correct answer, everyone, as all of you are absolutely correct. It's 1948. So 1948, Sri Lanka got the independence just after the 1 year of our independence. We got the independence in 15 August 1947. And Sri Lanka got the independence in the year 1948. Easy peasy. Some tough questions, yes, we'll have that. But ma'am, you know what, with this chapter of the power sharing, that's one thing I've realized. The chapter is really very easy. And it's a more scoring chapter, I'm telling you. This chapter can be easily divided into 3 topics only. So, it's easy peasy, I can't make the easy chapter difficult.
So don't worry everyone, we actually have a lot of questions coming your way, both if we started off with the easy questions and it'll keep leveling up, right? There is no code because this is not happening on Menti. Moving on to question number 6, everybody. The total number of children attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group is called as what? Net attendance ratio, is it literacy rate, gross enrollment ratio, or is it the level of education? Now this right here is a question which has been taken from the sample papers, I think in 2021-2022, right?
Yes.
So this is a very, very important question. Probable you will get this kind of a question. Somebody's telling my Pani Puri question. Wow. Amazing if you are able to get what we mean. We're talking about percentage of total number of children. Mind you, there was a doubt which was floating from the previous question that I was voluntarily not attending, because if I then explain that point, you will tell me, ma'am, you are a Leikosaurus and you are giving away answers, which is why I have completely avoided not giving you the answer. Now I can see 90% of you have given me the correct answer.
That's good.
Very good, all of you. We can wind up the polls and we can close it. And of course, the correct answer here is net attendance ratio. Now remember, I told you, whenever you see the term net attendance, where do they take attendance? They take attendance in school, right? When you go to school, if you're present or absent, they'll take your attendance. Now relate that to attendance, how many people are attending the school, right? Keep that as a reference for all of you. Which is why here, as we all know, children attending school means we're talking about percentage, which is the net attendance ratio. Easy peasy, basic concept that you need to know whenever we are going to be learning the application based questions that will come later on. Moving on to question number 7, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And everyone, I can see many people asking for, ma'am, a session on the reason, competency based question. Just the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? We will be doing it, don't worry. Yeah. We always say that we have got you covered. So we will be covering all of those questions also. Okay, let's see. Question number 7, everyone. In Brussels, dash percentage of people speak French, while dash percentage of people speak Dutch. So let's see if you can figure it out. Yes, everyone. So we have the polls up now. All of you quickly. You can vote. We have 70-30, 80-20, 20-80, and we have 60-40. Seems like an easy question. Let's see if you can, if you know the correct percentage, that's very well good. Very well done, I would say.
Because I think if you've all attended Ankita ma'am's lecture on power sharing, I remember very clearly she made a map for all of you.
Oh, like
she made one amoeba-like map. She drew percentage because I was sitting right there when she was taking the class. So this is the way in which all of you will be able to remember this, right? Ma'am, they're all saying halwa question.
Badhiya hai. We need such halwa question in our life, right? Especially in the question paper.
And of course, for students watching this video much later, these are all indications for you that you have to go back and watch our classes regularly, right? And I think, ma'am, consistency is the key in such cases.
Yes, because I think power sharing is a 1 hour 15 minutes video, so you can actually, it's a one shot, so you can go out there and you can actually watch it if you haven't watched it already.
Yes.
Okay, I think we can end the polls, and seems like 84% of you have voted for the correct answer. And the correct answer is option number B, 80% and 20%. So in the Brussels, which is the capital city of Belgium, we have the case where we have 80% people who speak French and 20% people who speak French. Whereas in the other parts, right, the Flemish region, we have more of the Dutch people, and in the Belgian region, again, more of the French people we have. So that's the division, but in the capital city, we have more of French speaking people. And it was a trick to actually divide the power equally so that the people can live together and with peace and harmony. So very good, everyone. Kaju Katli question, badhiya hai. Chaliye. Ma'am, over to you. Now we have the economics question. Question number 8, everyone.
Okay, so question number 8 has a little bit of math, alright? So students, please make sure all of you have your notebooks and your pens with you, because if you're able to mentally solve this, I'm very proud of you, but if it was me, I will need a pen and paper. Suppose there are 4 families in your locality and the average per capita income is of whom is 10,000 rupees. If the income of 3 families is 6,000, 8,000 and 14,000 respectively, what would the income of the 4th family be? What is the answer to this particular question? You need to do some math. This is also a very important question. This is an application of the concept of what we understand as per capita income. Now they have given you the... Okay, I will first make you answer and then I will do the solving. Otherwise...
You might leak.
Yeah, and then later they'll tell, ma'am, you only tell the answer. No. You ask me question, you only solve.
Mom, they're saying it's a Rasgulla question, badhiya. Very quickly, I can see some correct answer.
Ma'am, I think we have to level up our questions next time.
Yes, next time, everyone. See, I don't know. We tried our best this time also. We were reading the textbook. We were trying to find, okay, from where here we can take the sentence, and we tried to match with the previous year question paper and the practice paper also. So yeah, next time we have to level up, right?
Yes, we'll level up, ma'am. We'll come up with very, very tough questions. Very good, easy peasy. Math is easy. Then Arsh ma'am and Khushbu ma'am will be very happy to hear that.
We'll let them know about this.
Right. So very good, all of you, 220 odd votes and 73% of you have voted for option C. All right. Very good, everybody. Very good. I can see that majority of you have got the correct answer, and some of you are saying, ma'am, I have, done it mentally. I'm more than happy and proud of all of you. Now, of course, what is given to us, right? Yes, Satvik, I'll explain this. They have said that the average per capita income is of 4 families. So they are saying that there are 4 families. Yes. And here they are saying that the PCI, the per capita income, is 10,000 rupees, right? So if it is going to be 10,000 rupees, we know that per capita income that is there is nothing but the total income. Yes, total income divided by the total population. That's how we will be solving it. Now, of course, here they've given us total income. I mean, they've given us this particular part. They have given you PCI. They have said that this right here is going to be, so I'm going to keep the formula in this side. Now, what they've given to us is that 10,000 rupees is here. So, you have 10,000 rupees and they have given you three, incomes of three families. So, you have 6,000, you have 8,000 and then you have 14,000. What you need to identify is the income of family 4, which is X, divided by 4. So you take it this side and then you will have 40,000, right? And then on this side you will have 28,000 after you add it, plus X. You do the subtraction here, you will get 12,000, right? So are we all clear? Are we all clear? Hope we are all clear with this. Moving on to question number 9, ma'am, and over to you.
Question number 9, everyone. On your screen, we have to identify horizontal power sharing. Again, those of you who will be watching this video later, please read the question carefully because sometimes these are very tricky questions. So we have identified the horizontal power sharing agreement, arrangement amongst the following is in modern democracies. What among these options? Different organs of government at different level, different social group or different parties, pressure group and movements. So we are focusing on the horizontal power sharing. And in this particular chapter, we have things which are very kind of straightforward. There's no ghumao fire. The questions are not at all jalebi. Jalebi is a meeting mein acha lagta hai. It's very sweet question. But there are some questions which are very twisted, right? The answer is really very easy. But the question is very much twisted. But this question is very straightforward, I would say.
I think there are later chapters in political science where they get very tough questions from, right? I think some other chapters are there, not for power sharing.
Power sharing is very chotu sa sweet chapter. One question, two questions actually, usually based upon the past analysis that we did, right? You will have one question in the MCQs, one for the 3 marks question. So that's what we have. Let's see. Maybe this year, if we are lucky, we'll have more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how many votes we have. So we have 240 votes and seems like 86% of you have voted for the correct answer. So we can end the polls, everyone. End the polls and here is the correct answer, everyone. So horizontal form of power sharing, right? We have a different organs of the government. What is horizontal and vertical? So of course in vertical we have this format. Right, we have the central government, we have the state government and then we have the panchayat and the municipal cooperation. Whereas in the horizontal case, we have the legislature. Remember this legislation, executive and the judiciary. French Revolution. This is how I remember. I want you to remember this. This was already there in the French Revolution. Okay. So here we have. Very good, very good. So it was a very interesting question and now over to you, ma'am.
Yes, we will do assertion reason, don't worry. Now very important in your examination, board exam mein, picture based questions are very common and I think of late from 2021 onwards you have started to get picture based questions. It will come in history, it's going to come in political science and it can come from development. So everybody please focus on this. Look at the image given below, right? So this is the image that is given to you and this is there in your textbook. Now, which of the following development goals should be prioritized in this particular region? Is it reducing income disparity, combating climate change, ending gender violence, or ensuring caste equality? Students, look at the picture, right? Observe the picture and then try to give me the answer, right? It's there in your textbook as well. And I think, ma'am, especially from history, lot of picture-based questions will come, right?
Yes. From history, everyone, we have so many pictures and of course, we have good amount of questions. So I think every year, from each of these subjects, right, we'll have one question for sure, which is picture-based.
Yeah.
From geography also we'll have some map ka, from economics and from ball science and history for sure.
Yeah. Even the cartoons and the doodlings are very important, students, which is why, see, right here, it's just a simple doodle that is there. But I can see many of you here have got the answer, right? Now, going back to the picture, we see that there are two kinds of houses which are observed, right? You have one kind of house which is very fancy and a skyscraper. Yes. And then, of course, we see that there are small huts or, very not so fancily built house or very primitive houses. And this goes to show that there are income disparities in a particular space, which is why we see here that the picture is trying to represent the goal that we need to prioritize is to reduce income disparity. So very good, all of you, very good. Now I can see that totally, if you think about it, you have scored 10 out of 10 so far, right, ma'am?
Yeah. It's actually very good.
Yes. So we can end the poll, Shiva. Yes, very good. You've got 10 out of 10, 10 more questions, right? And I think, ma'am, we can pick up the pace.
Yes. Now, everyone, we'll try to have a rapid fire, right? We'll be going really, very quick, and all of you, be very quick. So here we have question number 11, everyone on your screen. Yeah, you were demanding of assertion and reason. Here we have one, because we have such questions in the examination also. So the assertion statement is that power sharing is good, and the reason for that is that it actually helps to reduce the possibilities of conflict between the social group. Easy peasy, you have to pick amongst these four options. Whether both the statement are correct and R is a correct explanation for A. Whether both the statement are correct, but R is not the incorrect explanation for A. A is true, B is R is false, or R is false. R is true and A is false. Very, very, very difficult combinations, I would say. But 96 of you are kind of going on a correct way, I guess. Quickly vote, everyone. And ma'am, let's quickly check the like target. Where are we, everyone? Half the questions are done. We should have at least half the likes. Yeah.
We do, but very less, right? We should have, yes. Ma'am said 250, but I would say 300.
Yes.
I'm very over ambitious.
Makhan question, yes. It's a Makhan question.
Right.
Okay, I think we can end the poll. Majority of you have voted for the correct answer. And the correct answer is, everyone, option number A, both the statement are correct. And R is a correct explanation of the statement. We know that power sharing is good. Why it is good? Because it actually helped to avoid the conflict between the social groups. Good, 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 everyone. So smiley again for all of you. 11 out of 11. Good. We are very proud of you.
Yes. So we'll do a class on picture-based questions. Do not worry. See, we'll take it step by step, right? So please don't get overwhelmed when we say this is important, that is important. We will take you through the process. You have nothing to worry about. Yes? Now this right here is a sample paper question which was there in your last year. Your seniors had this particular type of question. So everybody, as you can see, there is a table given to you. Now, as you all know, right, this tabular column I told you is very, very important. So read the given data and find out how many children, or find out children of which state has attained maximum elementary school education. Okay. So now here, of course, as we can see that per capita income, infant mortality rate, literacy rate is given, and net attendance ratio is given for Haryana, Kerala and Bihar. Now in this particular case, you need to identify which is the correct answer. So which parameter are you going to check if you are talking about children who have attained maximum elementary school education? So which parameter are you going to check? Are you going to check literacy rate or are you going to check net attendance ratio? Because we know that infant mortality rate has something to do with how many deaths that occur, right? So what are you going to check? Very quickly, can you tell me? And then also give me the answer, because I know that all of you know the answer for this particular question. Exactly, right? Here we're talking about, we will be checking the net attendance ratio. Now, if you're checking the net attendance ratio, we see that Haryana has 61%. We see that, we have 61 because it's a ratio. Then you see that Kerala has 83. And of course, Bihar has 43, which is why in this case, we know that the correct answer is, oops, sorry, marked a little. It is Kerala. It's not marked correctly. It is Kerala, right? Yes. Answer is Kerala.
Yes, I have marked it correctly. All of you, I'm with you.
Very good, everybody. It's incorrectly marked in the presentation, right? But do not worry about it. Answer here is Kerala. Very good. Yes. All right, ma'am. Over to you.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. And everyone, we are so proud of you. Question number 13. On your screen, everyone. Dash is practiced in Sri Lanka where the majority community can rule the country in whichever way they want. It's a very, it was difficult for me to pick the question because hardly we have 3 topics. Among these topics only we have few definitions and these words, tricky words and important terms. So everyone, we have these 4 options. Is it accommodation? Is it democracy? Is it the majoritarian? No, the community government. Pick the correct answer. I am voting for the correct answer. It should be easy, right? It should be really very easy. It will be a tie. It's okay. It's a tie for both the subjects, and it's a tie. It's a good thing that it's a tie.
Yeah, that means you are equally good at both.
And I think till class 10th, right, all the subjects, you try to treat all the subjects equally, because you will be getting equal marks for them, right? You have 80 marks for science, 80 marks for maths, 80 marks for SST and other subjects.
Right.
So maybe after that you can pick your favorite subjects.
And see, most importantly, like I said, no, in social studies there always comes this added, oh ma'am, it's so boring, right?
Yeah.
So with this, you understand that if you can tie for social science, that also means 2 things. One is it's pretty easy and you have nothing to worry about, and 2, you don't need to have any fear. It's a pretty scoring subject, but you need to make sure that you pay attention to the nitty-gritties of it, right? Because I think, ma'am, it's all on the small points that are there.
Because we feel that political science and economics are very easy, right? But if you miss a single point, everything will actually be same.
Yeah.
If I don't know what is the different percentage of the ratio or of these words, for me everything will be same. That's not the correct case. Okay, seems like everyone, we can end the poll. And ta-da! Correct option is option number C. Majority of you, as the word majority we have, right, have voted for the correct answer. It's absolutely correct. So in Sri Lanka, what happened was that the people who were there in the majority, right, they thought that they can actually make the rules according to them, and they was very considerate in thinking about the other communities which were present over there. Interesting, very good, ma'am. Question number 14, over to you, ma'am.
Yes, we have another table-based. Actually, for economics and development, you will get a lot of table-based questions,
Yes.
okay? So now again, you have some data given to you and select the appropriate option. How many or how much percentage of girls are not attending school? So you have the educational achievement of rural population of Uttar Pradesh given to you, literacy rate for the population, literacy rate for the rural children between age group of 10 to 14, percentage of rural children between 10 to 14 who are attending school. You have male and female given to you. Identify how many of them are not going to school. Now see, looks very heavy, right? It looks pretty heavy, but actually what they're asking is very simple.
Yes, super easy actually.
Yeah. And I know many of you, see, all you need to do, and especially for questions like this, read the question thoroughly, right? Make sure that all of you read it properly. The poll is available to all of you. I'm going to wait for 2 more minutes. Students watching this video much after the live, you can skip to the part where you find the answer, right? Yes.
I like this dialogue. SST I don't like, but SST likes me. Yeah.
10th pay, you should love everything, right? Love all subjects. I think that's a good positive attitude to have. Don't tell anything that I hate something. Just say I love it and I will conquer it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Lot of votes are in. I'm going to wind up the polls, although I have less than 200 votes. But nonetheless, I'm going to quickly wind this up. And of course, I can see some of you are saying, Mom, this is confusing. Don't worry, right? Polls are in and I can see about 77% of you have voted for option number D. Yes? And in this case, I can see that 77% of you have voted and option D is the correct answer. Now, many of you are a little worried about, ma'am, how exactly are you coming or arriving at this point? Again, they are asking about attending school. That means if literacy rate is given, we don't need to even look at these points. These two are not for us. What should we look at? Percentage of rural children attending school. In that they are saying that 82% females are attending. That means that they are saying how many are not attending. Do 100 minus 82. How much are you going to get? You will get 18%, right? So correct answer here is option D. Easy peasy. 14 out of 14 for all of you out there. Very good.
Yeah, we are very proud. Few more questions, everyone. Let's take a look at question number 15. In which year the act was passed which recognized Sinhala as the only official language? Again, a very specific question in the terms of the years. We say, we remember all of it, right? But we need a specific year over here. So the polls are up over everyone. You can quickly vote. We have the years 1952, 1953, 1955 or 1956.
Oh, ma'am, numbers are very close.
Yeah, numbers are very close. What we can do. This is our answer, and so I thought just to confuse.
Yeah, actually we because if the difference is too high, you're able to identify easily.
Yeah.
But I think if the difference is less, we tend to get a little confused with the dates.
Yes. Okay, everyone, quickly vote. We can see 198 of you have voted, but we have 260 of you in class. Everyone, quickly vote.
And everybody, in the meanwhile, before Ankita ma'am reveals the answer, I really hope all of you have hit that like button on this video. We need to have at least 250 likes. And I know that all of you are enjoying today's class, right? Nobody's going to say, ma'am, no, I did not enjoy. Yes, of course, all of you are enjoying, revising, learning with us.
Yes. So everyone, please make sure to hit the like button and please make sure, right, to stay with us till the end. We still have 5 more questions. And I think we can end the polls because majority of you have voted and 91% of you have voted for the correct answer, which is the year 1956. So in the year 1956, right, the act came. According to this particular act, what was there? That the Sinhala, right, was made as the official language. And of course, what happened once the language became official, they had rules about that they will be protecting and fostering the religion Buddhism. And in the government jobs also, the preference was given to the official language and to the people who were locally present there in a majority. So with this, we got the correct answer. Very good. Yes, very good. I can see you're writing the points also.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, over to you. Question number 16.
Okay. So next question is a very easy one. Which among the following is not an indicator? Yes, which is not an indicator of economic development amongst different nations? Per capita income, life expectancy, net attendance ratio, total income. Now at this point, after solving so many questions, you have to close your eyes and give me the answer because that's how easy this is, right? This is very simple. Now, of course, I can see that the votes are coming, but I can see a lot of mixed answers coming my way for this particular question, right? Because, of course, as we all know, we're talking about the parameters or indicators of economic development. 177 votes in, but there's a tie between...
Tie?
Not tie, I think close. It's all pretty
very
close.
close.
Yeah.
But there's a good difference between 2 options. But yeah, very close call.
Okay. Ma'am, is UNDP important? Yes, it is important. They can ask you full form also sometimes for that. Okay, let's close the votes, polls, and I can see here that 48%. Oh, actually, the more I let the poll go, the more some wrong answers are coming my way. So of course, around 47 of you, right? 47 of you have voted for D, while 35% has told me, ma'am, life expectancy. Now students, when I say indicators of economic development, we know that these indicators are necessary to give a HDI, which is the Human Development Index, right? So based on that, what is the correct answer? It is national income, right? Oh, it is total income, which is nothing but national income. It kind of changed from one slide to another. What is national income or the total income? It is the total income that of a particular nation. And we know that based on that, of course, the World Bank proposes a particular data. But when you calculate the HDI, right, the Human Development Index, yes, we're talking about economic development of different nations. Indirectly, they have asked you for what? For parameters to calculate Human Development Index. So it is per capita income, life expectancy and net attendance ratio, right? So in this case, it is not the national income or the total income. Yes, we know that we consider this in order to calculate your PCI, but that means we know that it is life expectancy is a parameter. Now many of you got confused telling me, ma'am, life expectancy, why are we not considering it? What is life expectancy? How long, or what is the average years a person is alive, right? So assuming like in this particular nation, the average life expectancy is between 50 to 60 years. on an average, every individual is able to survive till 50 or 60 years. That means that if they're able to do that, they have proper healthcare facilities and all of that, right? So that is why we are judging it. See, nobody will give you direct questions. This is an indirect question that is there, right? So this is an indirect one. But you got marks because majority has come here. But for those of you who gave me wrong answers, I hope you are clear. Gunjan, HDI is not mentioned. HDI is given indirectly. Ansh Bacha, I'm going to be very clear to you once and for final time. If you ask bio doubts in SST class, we will not be able to clear it now.
Okay, question number 17, everyone on your screen. Again, a very interesting question. Please read the question carefully. It's a lengthy question. Please read the question carefully. Learning from the Belgium experience, which of the following steps could have mostly likely avoided a civil war in Sri Lanka that ended in 2009? Which war are we talking about, and what could be the steps that Belgium took? If Sri Lanka would have taken, they could have avoided the civil war. So here in the options we have making reservation and jobs for the Tamil speaking minority people, dividing the entire country on the basis of the linguistic line of appeals for the citizens, devising laws to accommodate the ethnic difference of citizens to ensure peace, or conducting a thorough census to segregate the Indian Tamils from the Sri Lankan Tamils. It's a very tricky question, I would say. If you don't understand the meanings, the hidden meanings that we have in the options. Yeah, we are absolutely correct. I can see the struggle over here with the correct answer and the other options, which is not that much correct. And I can see very few votes also. Everyone, do take your time, read the question carefully. There's no timer over here. So the best thing that we have for these sessions, right, there's no timer running. We want you to read the question carefully, understand it, and then of course pick the correct answer. We do enjoy the other quizzes where we have the timer, but I think for us to understand the concept deeply, we prefer this. So everyone, please make sure. I know there are so many of you who are confused. And if you are watching this video later, right, take your time, read the statement carefully, and then move ahead and pick the correct answer. Okay, let's see. So we have 237 votes out of 247, so we can end the polls. And I think amongst all the questions that we have for the pol science, this is the one where we have a little bit diciness, I would say. 61% of you have voted for the correct answer. That is option number C. Why option number A is not the correct answer? Let's just read it once again. Making reservation and jobs for the Tamil speaking minority? No. So in Sri Lanka, right, we have different communities altogether. So we have Sinhals, right? We have Indian speaking Tamil, we have Tamil, Sri Lankan Tamils, we have Muslims, and we have Christians also. So if we are just giving some reservation to one particular community, definitely it will not be helping in the peace and the harmony. Second point talks about dividing the entire country. The word dividing the entire country is the wrong option, I would say. That's how we can easily detect. And the last option, everyone, option number D, the word segregate. Again, we have these words that actually tell us that no, it's the incorrect answer. Option number C, we have devising. So I was asking ma'am what is the meaning of devising. Ma'am told me something to frame something new, right? So of course, if they frame the laws according to accommodate the differences that we have amongst the community, that will ensure the peace. Easy way to find the answer over here is a peace word also. Right? So I hope that all of you who had a confusion now, I hope that it's clear.
And I think, ma'am, normally some questions in their boards come like this, right?
Yeah. See, such type of questions will come in your board examination. Not to scare you. Yeah, not to scare you. We have long time. We definitely will be learning and we'll be looking at more such questions. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes. So now, of course, quickly, let's move on to question number 18. Oh, this is also table based. Okay. So now, of course, yes, ma'am, I thought it was opposite of revising.
Yeah. See?
This is also to give you an idea that understand that this time when they say competency questions, little bit you have to apply. They'll not give you direct questions. See, CBSE is very clear that they don't want to do rote learning anymore. So they'll not give you whatever is there in your textbook. They will ask you to apply what you know.
Yeah.
Which is why I think paying attention in class is also very important.
Very important, because see, if you read the options, carefully, then only you will be able to come to a conclusion. And paying attention in class is super important.
Yes. Okay. Moving on. I can see some wrong answers in the chat already. Don't wait for the question. Can we have the polls, Shiva? Okay. So as you can see, we have some data given to us. And you have gross national income, life expectancy, mean schooling years and HDI rank given to you. Now identify the country that is most probably, right? We are not saying it's a probability that we are calculating, would probably have a well-developed healthcare system, but lesser average education than India. Now see, people who are running to give me answers. Two aspects are there. Okay, this is not calculation of HDI. Read what they are asking you, right? They are asking you that, okay, you need to identify a country which has a better healthcare system. Now, how do we identify healthcare system? We are going to identify this based on one parameter that is there. Increase video quality. You increase it in your phone, please. Yes? Okay. I'll take in the end.
Yeah, will.
Yeah, I know I nicely scolded you, but please don't feel bad. We'll take it in the end. Okay. So, ma'am, I think students, you have not read the question. Some of you have been in jaldbazi. You have given me some wrong answers. Right? Okay. All right. So, there's a tie between A and D. Not tie. A is winning. I let the votes go on and then let it go 200 votes. But I think... See.
Yeah, it's done. 200.
Yeah. 200 is done. Oh, ma'am. It's neck to neck. 40%. 41%.
And now it's changing to... Yeah.
Okay. Let's close the polls. Please.
41 and 38, ma'am, now. 41 and 38. Yes, we have few more questions, everyone. Come on, few more questions.
So many of you have told me 40% is option A, Sri Lanka, right? Now, students, is a clear sign of fact that you are in a hurry to answer. See, they said which has a better healthcare system, right? So if you have to measure healthcare system, you have to here basically identify two parameters, which is these two. That is life expectancy and mean schooling years. Now, of course, based if life expectancy, right? If you have to measure that, we know that at this point, we see that yes, Sri Lanka is there. Yes. And we also see that Bangladesh is there, Nepal is there. No? 70.5 or 70.6. All right, very good. These three are there. But now we're talking about mean schooling years, right? Of people who have lesser average education than India. So now amongst these three, who has lesser average than India? You see that there is India is at 6.4, but Sri Lanka is at 10.9, so it can't be Sri Lanka. You have between Bangladesh and Nepal, but Bangladesh is not even there in the options, which is why in this case the answer is Nepal. So you assessed one half of the question and gave Sri Lanka as the answer. But what about the other aspect about lesser average education? Did you all read this part? Be honest with me. No, you did not. So Shiva, actually I will not get those 10 points because they got the wrong answer, right? Answer is Nepal. No, I'm at 80 points. That's why I was pushing for it. See, this is why I told you reading full question, right? When you read the full question only, you will see. Half may you have read, given the answer 1 mark. You just lost, right? By not reading it. When if you read it, I know that you know the answer, you know the concept, right? But when you're not reading it, and these are silly mistakes you make when you're in 10th. You don't make big mistakes of not knowing the concept. But not reading half the time is where they lose marks.
Yes.
And I think, ma'am, that's across subjects, no?
Everywhere it is. We keep on telling you, see, read the question carefully. I think our famous dialogue, the question is hidden in the question, the answer is hidden in the question itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't read the question, we'll not be able to get the correct answer. Okay, last question from the Paul Science, everyone. Let's see. Seems like
ma'am has won today.
No, we still have this question. And let's see if you will be able to answer this question. Because this is very tricky. So we have the match the following, everyone. We have column A and we have column B. We have power shared among different groups, organs, power shared amongst government at different level, power shared by different social group, and power shared by 2 or more political parties. In other column we have community government, separation of power, coalition government and federal government. And here you have to pick the options. Now here, please take your time and pick the correct answer. The hint over here that I always tell you is that if you get the one correct answer, right, then start moving ahead with that. And I'm sure you'll be able to see the polls now. Right, everyone, do take a moment and look at the polls and pick the correct answer. So, I'll not be saying anything about this question. It's the last part of the chapter, that's the only thing I would say, right? A very, very detailed question. It's a good summary of the last part of the chapter. And if you know this, that means that you understood that particular, concept that we have over there. Okay, let's see the percentage. Everyone quickly vote. We have very few votes as of now. All of you quickly vote. And just checking with the likes, everyone. I think ideally we should have now 250 likes, ma'am.
Yes.
We have 225.
25 more.
Still waiting. Yes, it's the NCERT question. You know what? Last year we have various questions which is directly picked from the NCERT. We're very lucky sometimes. Days are very lucky, right? Okay. Very good, very good. Okay, I think I just want to have 200 votes. Yeah, it's done, so we can end the poll. And everyone, the correct answer over here is option number C. And I guess majority of you have voted for the correct answer. Very good, everyone. Very, very good. So with this, 74 of you actually got it correct. And that's the correct answer. So let's quickly match it up. So A, power shared among different organs, right? Different organs of the government is the separation of the government here. Power shared among different levels, we call it as the federal government, vertical distribution of the power. Power shared by different social group, we know that we call it as a community government. And what we have left with, power shared with among two political parties, the coalition government. So with this, we are done with this question. And ma'am, over to you, the last question.
Yes, everybody's already saying sad economics and all that. Don't be sad. I mean, I'm not sad. But see, you would have ideally got that answer correctly if you would have read the question. You guys were in a hurry. But in that also it was very close, 41, 38. So nothing to feel bad about. But I hope all of you are feeling very proud of yourselves. Last question, which is very easy, right? Yes, Sumi, why are you sending such, very scary emojis? But either ways, question number 20, everybody. There are 4 statements which are given about exhaustion of natural resources. Statement 1 says that crude oil resources would last us only 50 years more. Oil extraction is undertaken by Middle East at a fast pace. Usage of non-conventional energy sources should be encouraged over crude oil. Which among the following statements gives us an idea about sustainable development? Very easy. Ashmit, how to write an answer more effectively, we shall talk about it maybe towards the end, right? Once we finish out this class. This is very easy. You all should be getting the answer. We've been learning about all this from our lower grades. In geography also I taught you. In economics also I've taught you. Pretty sure in biology also you've learned about this. Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Many of you have got the answer. I'm very happy. Almost 70% of you are here. Almost 100, 110 votes in. Alright. Awesome, everyone. I think we can wind up the polls, right? Yes, so around 160 plus, very good. So now of course I can see around 60% of you have, around 70% of you have got the answer. Correct answer here is only 3, statement number 3. Now when you talk about crude oil resources would last us 50 years more, or oil extraction is happening at a fast pace, here this is something which is very factual, right? They're just saying that we see that over the period of time we have over-exhausted our non-renewable sources of energy, right? And we see that they're going to last us only 50 years more. Now we know that if something is happening at a fast pace, that means that over-exploitation is happening. Now what they did, they said non-conventional energy, which is also called as your renewable energy sources like solar, wind and all of that. We should encourage that instead of, over-exhausting crude oil, because that would help us in the long run for sustainable development, right? So with this, if you see, correct answer here is only 3. And of course, 100 out of 100 for all of you, but only 100 out of 100 for civics, ma'am, and 90 out of 100 for economics.
The lesson that we learned today is that to read the question carefully.
Yeah.
Because in the other questions also, like I think in the one question of the pol science, many of you were very close towards like the question that we had, right? Devise the law wala. So you were very close.
Yeah.
Giving the majority of you were giving the incorrect answer. So it's very important to read the questions, everyone. So with this, I think we are there at the end of the today's class. I hope that everyone, all of you have enjoyed. Right, both the pol science and the economics, we always tell you, it is a very easy subject. पढ़ लो, please पढ़ लो, 20 marks आ जाएंगे अच्छे से, 40 marks कहीं नहीं जाने वाले. These are very, very amazing subjects, I would say.
Right. And most importantly for social studies in general, you need a lot of revision, right? You need to constantly keep revising, which is why we will come up with a lot of innovative sessions where you don't feel like revision is boring. But if you enjoyed the way we taught today or enjoyed the way you revised today, do not forget to hit the like button on this video, and please students, share it with your friends, share it across, tell them that here we do something amazing quite differently, right? We prioritize your education, your understanding, your time over anything else.
So everyone, please make sure, right, to watch the session, and you can write in the comment section what different types of session you want us to do in the future. Right now we are here.
Yeah.
We were there in the same studio on the same table, right, very, very close. But yeah, coming back to the main point, please do write in the comment section and tell us about what are the different types of session you want. And trust us, it's not that see ऐसा नहीं हो कि आज बोला है और we are here with you tomorrow. Give us a week time, right? We need planning. We will be searching for the question. There are times when we make the questions by ourselves if we don't get the appropriate standard questions. So it would be great if you can help us with the topics.
Yeah, like
sure.
What kind of sessions that you want. So let us know in the comments of this video.
Yes.
Ma'am, also I think a very important thing before we finally wind up is that students, they all want to know about reference books that they have to refer to for maybe across social studies.
See, I think we will definitely start with NCERT. Apart from NCERT, there are good question banks. See, I am sure if you go in any of the bookshop, they will be telling you what are the good question banks. For us, if we call out the names, it will be like, you know, we will be calling out every name of the question bank that is out there in the market. There are 3-4 that are there on the top. Go and pick up those and you can have it.
Yeah.
But I would suggest that you can still, if you want to wait for some more time, you can actually wait till the month of August. Probably they will have more of sample papers and more of question banks then.
Yeah.
So you can go and purchase that later.
So you don't need to get reference books for the information, right? That you can just come attend classes regularly and it's going to be fine. But yeah, question banks are a good way for you to have extra questions. And of course, we'll also be giving you a lot of extra questions, so you don't need to worry about it, right? So I think, ma'am, it's ready for us to sign off.
Yes, ma'am. So everyone, we have enjoyed the session. I hope that all of you have enjoyed it. Do you want to take that doubt?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So before we wind up, we have Ansh, our enthusiastic junior who's always there in our class, who has a doubt, right? See, Ansh, in your examination, they will ask you Kharif and Rabi crops, right? The categorization of pulses, cereal and all is different categorization. But if it's based on season, it's going to be Kharif and Rabi. Okay? Yes. So, of course, I think we are going to be winding up right now, and whatever requests that you have, anything that's going to be helpful for you in the next few weeks, let us know in the comments of this video, and I think, ma'am, we shall sign off.
Yes, everyone. On that note, we will be saying bye-bye. Good night, everyone. Lots of love. Keep yourself super active and super positive, and keep on learning with BYJU'S. Bye.
Bye, everybody.